Okay, do I have a motion to exit closed session?
So moved.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
And motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion to certify,
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
Motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Chair Miller.
Aye.
Vice Chair Travis.
Aye.
Director Farrell.
Aye.
Director Johnson.
Aye.
Director Broughton.
Aye.
Director Elliott.
Okay, now action from the closed session, we need a motion to approve the performance or the resolution that was discussed.
Move to approve the resolution presented in closed session to approve the performance agreement.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Thank you. Okay, Mountain Valley Pipeline. I'm sorry, Light Shift Energy Land Option.
And I have to switch back and forth, so 1 moment. So you may remember a few years ago, we've been working them since 2019. Light Shift Energy, formerly DeLorean Power, has an option on Lot 2B and 2A in Falling Branch Corporate Park. They're a battery storage company. So we have 138 kV lines coming right through the middle of the park and our own substation and up to 100 megawatts of power in the current configuration. So what they do is battery storage. They came to us with a much smaller project, and now they're looking at 80 megawatts of power, with each unit being 3 to 5 megawatts. So a lot more power. And this is in the PJM grid, which is what we are a part of. And so you can see United Therapeutics under construction here, and then the substation, and 2B, and then 2A. So right now, they got in touch with us to start moving forward so they can submit a proposal next year. And we have a lease with them through 2028. So right now, 80 megawatts, and it must be in the PJM transmission area, which means it could serve, right now it's just one provider they're looking at. Option expires 2028, 10.89 acres, sales price is $675, which will be a new record. Previous was $62,000 for United Therapeutics. And so if they don't move forward by 2028, the PJM, that large territory of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey, it's a big territory and things move slow. So right now they've done due diligence as far as phase 1 environmental site assessment, and they've pulled the Alta survey of the property. So right now things are looking pretty good, and we're making introductions to the correct people. Falling Branch Phase 2 construction. Of course, we've been working on a little pad up here, number 2. So Main Street Builders, our contractor, has finished installing the water line, and Town of Christiansburg has accepted. The electric and street lights are complete. Town of Christiansburg and DEQ has approved the pump station design. So grading, topsoil, and seeding are complete. It was complete in late October, which means they're going to have to reseed in the spring. That's just for. And then they've installed the road, and we're working with Atmos Energy to run the natural gas line from FedEx all the way down to where our current property is. The current natural gas line is roughly right at the beginning of the new road. So public information went out and took some drone photos for us. And there's FedEx sitting there in the new road, meeting the old, running back out to the pad. Here's the pad graded, and it's the road coming down to a cul-de-sac. I-81 up to the north, east. Took a little while, but it's done, and I'm glad.
We did it.
Right now, we're working on a punch list with them, and they had substantial completion on November 5th. So go through the punch list, and they've been doing most of the items. The town of Christiansburg wants a few items on the road, but that's about it.
Is that water down there at the far left? Is that just a,
There's a very steep, about 60-foot bank, and that is grass seed, the bluish material that they sprayed on the bank. So you'll see along the roads, there's kind of a bluish material,
yeah,
and then in the stormwater pond, there's a bluish
it's
material.
a mulch that they hydroseed with.
Yes. So
It looks like water in that photograph, that's why I was asking.
it does, but it's just a steep grade.
Okay.
The only stormwater pond, which is now finished, is on this side. So we're happy to get that moving along. Anybody else have any questions? All right.
Have they incurred any penalties because of the schedule?
They have incurred some penalties. We discussed it with them, and we're negotiated a between the EDA and them.
Because they've been impacted by weather quite a bit.
They have.
I know I've flown over that site a couple of times. It looks like they've done a real good job.
It looks really good. I'm happy with how the project turned out, that's for sure.
I just hate to see them get dinged too bad because of.
Well, we gave them relief periodically over weather related schedule, as I recall.
1 second. We gave them every weather day they asked for. So
How's FedEx
FedEx, I would say, is about maybe 2/3 capacity. They're not running at full capacity. Of course, FedEx and FedEx, the two companies, FedEx Ground, FedEx Express, merged into one company. We're seeing a lot more trucks come in and vans going out in our region. And of course, the building's assessed at $49 million because it was sold to a group of attorneys in Richmond. So it cost $35 million, and they sold it to the attorneys a year later for $49 million. So we get a very nice real estate tax off that piece of property. It's about $330,000 a year just for the one company. All right, I will hop down. And I just want to cover this because you should all be aware of what's going on. The MVP boost station, this is directly from the MVP Boost website. So down, MVP currently has 3 boost stations that boost the pressure on the natural gas line. They have requested from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission to add a 4th booster station in Elliston. And Montgomery County doesn't have any regulatory input, period. And so the new boost station will increase the gas supply from it's roughly 2 billion now to 2.6 billion cubic feet per day. And you can see the current path it follows. It just comes into Virginia really for a short while. And this is the Row Furniture Building right here. And 460 running towards Roanoke, back towards Christiansburg. And this is the proposed location. This is all in the filings and in the Roanoke Times. Just wanted to make sure everybody was aware. Okay. So the Falling Branch landscaping contract. I went ahead and got our 2026 bid numbers because I needed them to submit in the county's budget, which is due December 15th, similar to that. So I needed numbers from Valley Landscaping on their proposal. So because of the extra roads we've put in with United Therapeutics, the 2,200 linear foot road that has been completed with Parkway Drive extension and cutting on the pad, and all around this lot, 38 acres, mowing and increased stormwater pond mowing. The price went up by $26,000 roughly.
Yeah, basically doubled.
It did. We are maintaining, that pad is the biggest piece of property that we will be maintaining. So I needed these numbers to go into the budget, and they've been submitted in the budget. We're gonna go ahead and bid it out so we can see if we can get the best price.
Yeah, because I noticed even on the existing acreage, their price went up quite a bit too, so.
Very
we
consistent,
have to-
very
have
good
to go out to
company.
bid.
So we'll take it out to bid in the spring before we really have to do any work. There probably really will not be a whole lot of grass growing until late spring anyway. All right, and I'll let Carly do the broadband.
Really brief, I don't think there's been a lot of notable changes since we last met, but there's Gigabeam's updated fiber mileage on there. The passings haven't changed since we last met. And then the lead mine Childress loop AP segment splicing it probably starting this week, could have last week, but I kind of doubt it with the weather. Splicing's in progress in that North Blacksburg loop. Splicing's in progress on the Plum Creek loop. They're still doing construction on the Prices Fork loop. Splicing's in progress on the Reiner loop. And then splicing is in progress on the west side of the 216 underbuild, and they're lagging from the railroads there. So, and I did, on the areas that they have more mileage than they said the loop was, it's because they had to go in and add slack in those areas, so. Slack? Yeah, it is.
So after the splicings happen is when the connections can happen?
Well, there's multiple rounds of splicing they have to do, so AEP will do their splicing, and then Gigabeam will have to bring in their splicers and splice into AEP's fiber, and then they'll be testing by AEP, and then they'll turn it over to Gigabeam for testing, so, and that's barring no issues, and they have to, so.
Is Gigabeam, Gigabeam also has to put the fiber from where they splice to the homes. Are they working on that in these areas that are being completed?
They're splicing on Mud Pike for the underground.
They're doing underground a lot on Plank right now in the country club area, but I don't think they're doing connections in these areas because there's still those first 12 OLTs are the only ones that are active, so. Which is mainly in the Shawsville, Elliston, Lafayette area.
Somebody, I don't know who it is marked off to install something in the area behind the Heart Creator Sports Complex where I live. Come down and,
I think it's Gigabeam.
you think it's Gigabee? Well, it appears it's gonna go through my yard, so. I did, yeah, but they quit before the weather got bad.
Yeah,
And I haven't seen them since. They just got flags and paint on the ground and all that.
I live off Mud Pike too, and they marked ours about the same time as that, and today there was a ditcher in the neighborhood, so I assume they're gonna start today.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think they were supposed to start last Monday, but the weather, so.
making good progress, finish up 2026.
So does that mean that Gigabeam service will be available where I live?
You'll have to send me your address and let me check.
Well,
If
it's
they're
on
running
the-
it through your
it's
yard,
on,
the answer is yes.
What is it, Diana Drive coming down from?
Not
Block?
always though, because sometimes they have to run through an area to get to another area and they're not allowed to serve certain
Because
addresses.
we got Chantel in our neighborhood, and I didn't know if they were competing directly or not.
It depends on when you get Chantel, like Carly said, it's better to just give her your specific address because my neighborhood got additional service after we were included in the Gigabeam grant, so Gigabeam can serve our neighborhood even though we've got 2 or 3 other providers now.
It's based on time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot about timing.
let's see. Park Rader Street,
You're in the county portion, right?
on the county park, yeah. So they come down the hill from the water tower, came right down there, Diana Drive. And they're going down, it looks like they're going down toward Mud Pike from there.
Sixth Street?
So, no, down. Can you see the water tower? Right there, yeah, right there's the water tower. They're coming down Diana Drive all the way to Harkrader. Next one.
Park Rader's the one that goes to Mud Pike.
Yeah, Harkrader's when it goes to Mud Pike. Okay, and they have marked it off down to Mud Pike from there. So they come down from the water tower and they make a left turn onto Harkrader down to Mud Pike.
So the pink dots indicate service.
Do I?
The pink dots indicate service,
I don't.
but I don't think that's, if you're in the county, you should be eligible for service.
Okay. Even though I've got Chantel.
What
Are you
street
in
do
the
you live
town?
on?
Are you in the town?
No, I'm in County.
Are you on Diana Drive?
Well, I'm at the corner of Diana and Harkrader.
No, I don't think
Think
that
so?
will be.
They're just gonna dig my yard up and not give me service.
Sometimes they have to build them somewhere to get to somewhere else. But if you're not sure about it, I can ask them and stuff, but I don't think that's included in the
I'm
grant
sure,
addresses.
I mean, we have good service with Chantel right now. I don't have any problem with it. It would have been probably better to get the Gigabeam. I think it's better service. It's probably less.
One
expensive.
gig up,
Maybe
one
you
gig
will,
down.
but not on the grant dollars, so.
So I just have to live with the destruction of my property.
I'll put a little sign out there that says, I want service, and then
Yeah.
maybe they can start the.
Well, it's interesting, where they wanna run it, there's actually a tree with roots going in that direction. And
Get
so
all your neighbors to put
We'll
up
see
those
what-
signs,
we'll
I'm
see what
sure.
happens. Maybe we can make a deal with them.
We can reach out to Adam with Gigabeam, he's our contact, and let him know there's interest. Anybody else have any other questions?
Let's see, is there anything else? How damn is it? Next meeting, January 20th. Same time, same place. Anybody have anything else? Okay, we'll